I done told y'all that this is a shakedown of the highest order. And to be frank with you, I think that the entire legal team, what is his name? Busby? I think that they all need to be investigated for bullshit. How dare you put out an allegation of $50 million when you didn't even check the phone of the woman who's sending the text messages to the defendant? How ridiculous are you? You receive millions of dollars a year in settlements and you couldn't use $50 to request text messages from Verizon or T-Mobile or whatever her phone company was, forcing Shannon Sharpe to get his legal team to defend something that is bogus, that is fake, that is fabricated, that is obviously her trying to pad her bank account or her angry at Shannon Sharpe because he's moved on in a situation and now she wants to hurt him by any means necessary.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Let's see, how would I describe this situation?
That's some bullshit.
Anyway, I told y'all this was bogus. Shannon Sharpe responds to $50 million lawsuit, releases graphic text from Accuser. Now, we're going to go over the particular response from his legal team right now, and as well as on Shannon Sharpe's Twitter, he released the text messages, and they are explicit. To say the least. Shannon Sharpe has responded to a recent $50 million civil lawsuit filed against him in Nevada by a woman identified in court documents as Jane Doe. That lying chick's name is, though, Gabriella Zuniga.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Now, she was named by Sharpe's legal team and publicly shared a series of explicit text messages, which we're about to go over. They say reflect the true nature of this 304 and their relationship. Doesn't say 304, but I added that one in. She's a dirty lady. Anyway, according to his attorney, Shannon Sharpe's attorney, Lanny J. Davis, who represents Sharpe, the messages reveal a consensual, freaky adult relationship that involve role play and a mutual engagement of some freaky-ish. Davis claims that the accusations of assault and misconduct are false and part of what is described as a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars again.
Accusations! These are not accusations. This is false accusations. And
this comes after it has been rumored that the Club Shay Shay leaving the current network and is going to be getting a $100 million investment from a new network. One of the many reasons that throughout my successes in life, and I tell all of the men that watch this channel, the things that you gain in life, there's no reason to show off from a material perspective. Why? Because it makes you a target. And it could be a target for a woman acting like she's being freaky with you at face value. Meanwhile, she's plotting on how to extract money from you later should the relationship go wrong. Or it could be from a dude that wants to take it from you, who doesn't have the talent within himself to derive enough value within the market of whatever that he does to do it legally. So they want to scam you for it or just take it from you by any means necessary. Nevertheless, here goes the statement right here. Now this is from Shannon's Twitter. Let's read it. Viewer discretion is advised. This chick freaky. And so is Shannon, to be honest with you. But let's keep going. Quote, this is crazy. I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you are effing me.
what?
It's a setup.
Now, this is from the young lady sent via text message on October 7th, 2 years ago. All right. I know you missed this big, juicy, say guava melon, and then $25,000 for each cheek. Oh, okay. So you for sale, huh? Now, this goes up to January 1st of 2025. Now, whether or not she's just saying this in jest or if she's being for real, she's actually selling her body, it doesn't matter. What you must ask yourself is that if she's sending text messages like this to someone that she claims is her abuser, claims is assaulting her, why would she be doing that? Why is she offering anything or even having cordial conversations with someone who she claims is actively abusing her?
It's all been a setup.
The lawsuit filed by Gabriella Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Sharpe for millions upon millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. In her effort to extract a large financial settlement, Ms. Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual encounter. What this means is that this chick has a tape of them doing the deed, and it is edited in a way to make him look like a monster. Meanwhile, in reality, they both talk explicitly to each other. So without the evidence of the text messages, we wouldn't know that, thus painting him as the full sole perpetrator in this case. We believe that the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual. Ms. Zuniga has refused to provide a copy of the full, unedited version of the recording to Mr. Sharpe's legal team. To set the record straight, we are releasing several of Ms. Zuniga's own explicit text messages to Mr. Sharpe that clearly indicate the nature of their relationship, that it was consensual and in nature, and in many cases initiated by her with specific and graphic requests. Contrary to the allegations she makes in her lawsuit, consensual continued until January 2nd, 2025, the day after she asked for $25,000 per cheek, as quoted above in the text message.
$25,000?
I pay $10 a piece.
Now on the second page, there's a lot more explicit examples of what they're gonna get into. Now, I can't read all of this because YouTube is gonna put me in the naughty jail, but I can read some of it, okay? Quote, only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I can do whatever. This chick was trying to get a baby from you, Shannon, Uncle Shay. Listen, let me tell all my G's right now. If you got a chick that is joking or even not joking about you putting a baby inside of him, and you know deep down that this is a crazy ass chick, you better devil rap. You better not go in that shit raw daddy. Chicks like this will purposefully mess up their period calendars and will show you incorrect dates so you can splash off in them and feel comfortable in doing so. You better double rap. They don't have your best interest in mind, my guy. They are looking at the light at the end of the financial tunnel. You must understand that. I want to put my damn Uncle Shay. Okay, that was a year after she wanted to put her mouth muscle into his sphincter and then put a ring on his left ring finger. All right. Now that was a year after the first text. After that, she's then saying, like, almost a year later, that's my daddy. I want you to put a big black baby in me. Again, a year and a half later, and she's still trying to get that paycheck, baby. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. Damn, she don't stop, baby. Now, upon further review, I actually thought that she meant baby, like get a baby from him, but apparently she's calling Shannon Sharpe's member a big black baby, which is crazy. These text messages are just a sampling of a broader pattern of graphic-esque communications initiated by the thought the evidence paints a clear picture that this was consensual, an adult relationship that included role-playing, language, and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by the strumpet. The edited tape that Miss Zuniga secretly taped and showed to Mr. Sharpe during her blackmail attempt tries to falsely portray, as a result of this editing out of context from prior text messages, that the activity was not consensual. But Mr. Sharpe now believes her secret taping was all part of a plan that she set up to blackmail him, as distorted by her edited tape, a copy of which she refused to make available to Mr. Sharpe or his counsel. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of R, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. He stands firmly by the truth and is prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court. He looks forward to vindication through the process and a judgment based on the facts and the law. Now, what I think is also going to be interesting within all of this is the response from ESPN. Typically, when things like this happen, and I'm actually specifically thinking about the Deshaun Watson back in 2021, they just remove him.
Trash.
Trash. Just burn some trash, yeah. Awesome.
The coverage was so inherently negative. Now you have Shannon Sharpe, who is an employee of ESPN. They didn't fire him when that tape released on his Instagram. So I'm thinking they're going to hold off a little bit on firing him in this particular situation, at least initially. Now, I could be wrong, but if I'm right, I would say that this is a degree of progression in understanding that these stories are a dime a dozen. It seems like every month some entertainer, some media personality is being accused used by these gold-digging harlots. And really the lesson is, amongst understanding the landscape that you are in, is that he's got receipts, right? So my guys, keep all of your receipts. I don't care if it's an email. I tell you guys to put up cameras in y'all cribs. I don't care. Don't block them if it deletes the thread, the communication thread up on these social medias. Don't do it. Save it. Make a copy, because they will stop at nothing, and protected by these corrupt lawyers and these cops that don't give a shit. Speaking of cops, was there ever a police report filed? Or she just went to this Busby loser in order to start or initiate this extortion attempt?
Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game.
But yeah, just like I said at the top of the video, lawyers that are taking on these obviously bogus cases should be investigated and should be disbarred from practicing, for they continue to make a complete mockery of the justice system. And for actual victims that need representation, this does less benefit to helping them seek justice, because you have these liars and these hustlers trying to scam. The evidence right here in the timeline paints an obvious picture of what exactly is happening here. I'm just happy, as I look down in the comment section of my last video that I uploaded, there's no one in there that is fighting the things that I am particularly saying, because even the women are beginning to understand that, no, this hashtag believe all women shit is a goddamn lie. And what's funny about this is that Amber Rose actually got on the Club Shay Shay platform and talked about this.
Women actually try to get pregnant from men.
Yes. Yes.
That's a real thing?
Yes.
You've had girlfriends say, oh, I'm trying to.
I've had girlfriends lie about abortions to get money, to act like they're pregnant. Yes, it's disgusting. This is why I stopped my slut walk, by the way.
Yeah.
This is why I'm no longer a feminist. Okay. Because I saw the dark side of what women can do.
What more do you want from me?
And I'm sitting here feeling slighted by men.
Right. And it's a human condition thing, all right? There ain't shit men as well as ain't shit women. They exist. Just like there's great women and great men. But if we live in this fairy tale that one side of the gender doesn't have the propensity for evil, then they create things like the slut walk under false pretenses of good or what they think is just.
I'm fighting for equality.
Right.
And I'm like, the only equality is that you ain't either. You bitches are crazy. Y'all are really, you guys are extorting men, lying about pregnancies, saying you're on birth control when you're not, to trap them. You know, and I mean, not to sound vulgar, but if a man comes inside of you and you say that you're on birth control, he trusts you.
Right.
That you would trap him like that. Right. Yeah. You don't do that to people.
And that's when I'm gonna leave this video right here. Guys, drop me your comments down below. What is it that you think about this? Were you ever accused of some fake ass shit and you had to go through the court system or talk to police in order to exonerate your name? I've talked about my story as well, so I understand firsthand on how the bullshit can occur. But drop your stories below. Last but not least, join my men's self-development community. There's a link to it down in the description box down below. We are going absolutely up there right now. So click in, beam up, see what's in store, and I will see you guys soon. Until next time, YouTube, peace.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high value man.